So we have our second last speaker who spends their day as a cloud advocate. And with that very ominous intro, please help me welcome from Microsoft, Gomolemo Mohapi.
Okay, so today we're going to be speaking about a day in the life of a cloud advocate. Now, some of you might read that word and think that I'm a lawyer for the sky, but that is not what that means. I am a cloud advocate for the set of tools called the Power Platform, but I'm not going to be speaking too much about what the Power Platform is because the core of today's talk is about cloud advocate work. So as was said, I work for Microsoft. I work from home. I'm from Durban. So I'm a remote worker, and we cater to developers from all over the world, trying to make sure that they succeed in using Microsoft products. So before we delve into the world of what a cloud advocate is, let's understand why we need a cloud advocate team inside of any company. If you're a company that builds products, builds apps, websites, APIs, or even builds programming languages, you need a way for people to use those products. And yes, there are product marketers and all those people in the marketing space that can market your product to these people, but you need to have some sort of proof of concept. You need to have an expert that is able to speak the language of a developer or a software engineer to show them what is possible with the products that you've built. And that is how the world of developer relations comes into play. So according to Sarah, who is a leading expert in the world of cloud advocates and DevRel, as what we like to call developer relations, it helps companies build strong relationships with their customers, partners. We also help them to design better products and increase revenues. So my team at Microsoft, we have about close to 200 advocates worldwide. There are 3 in this country. There's about 10 across the African continent, and most of them live in the US, Europe, and those types of places. What we do as a team, we work for the Developer Relations Group. And the Developer Relations Group reports to the Cloud and AI organization inside of Microsoft. So we are called cloud advocates because we advocate for the cloud that Microsoft has, which is Microsoft Azure. So yes, I have skipped ahead a bit and spoke about what a cloud advocate is. Essentially, we advocate on behalf of the developer to the product teams. There are many names for the types of people who work as a cloud advocate. Cloud advocates is specific to Microsoft. So in other companies like Google or Amazon, GitHub, Twitter, you might hear developer advocate or a content engineer, right? Or even a technical program manager or a software engineer. These can exist as separate roles, but they can also exist as an extension of what a cloud advocate is. So whatever role you are in, especially when it comes to DevRel or developer relations, we build relationships with external developers and assist them in adopting our technology successfully. So when it comes to me personally, what do I do as a cloud advocate? I work from home, so I have the pleasure of doing my work in my pajama pants. So surely I must be adding some value if I'm afforded such freedoms. And that can be described with the developer advocate iceberg. This is a concept that was created by Wasim, who actually works for Microsoft. He's a developer advocate for the JavaScript team. And this is basically what we do on a day-to-day basis, taking note that no 2 days are the same. So if we just dive in, what people see us do, if you were to look for me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, I am very active in sharing new features of the products that I advocate for. I'm very active in sharing about workshops, about the products that I advocate for, use cases, proof of concepts, showing developers that what is possible if they use the products that we are creating. A large part of what we do is also the public contributions. So if you have a problem while building an app, you will oftentimes look at forums or go to YouTube channels, and you find videos or technical docs where you are able to read how to use the products. We are the ones who are building out that content. We are the ones who are answering questions on those forums, making sure that we give the expert advice to the people who need it most. Oops. We also do a bunch of traveling, which also delves into the public like events that we take part in. So there's a bunch of developer conferences that take place all over the world. Just last month, I was in Dublin. A few months before that, I was in Seattle. Next month, I'm going to Lagos. The month after that, I'm going to Vegas. We are always going to where our developers are to make sure that they are using our products in a successful manner. But again, you might just think we're just glorified software engineers based on what the public sees of our work. So the bottom half of the iceberg is where our real work actually takes place. So we can go through some of them, like, for example, improving internal products and services. Like I said, we are software engineers. We can code, we do build the products that we advocate for. So we are building some of the internal tools that Microsoft makes, or any advocate in any company is part of building the internal tools that they create in their companies. We also participate in events on an internal basis, making sure that people in the company also understand what we are trying to do with the products that we are building. So we contribute to internal products as well, ones that we are building inside of the company. A large part of what we do also goes behind building strategies and tactics, making sure that the developers that we advocate to understand what we're trying to bring to them. A strategy that we have recently done is that because we want to advocate to the more younger crowd or the more tech-savvy crowd who are always on TikTok or these social media platforms, our team has created a TikTok channel, a YouTube Shorts channel, where we take big concepts of Microsoft products and break them down in short-form video. So even while you're looking at trends or those dances that we all love, you can also learn on those platforms as well. Internal studies, making sure that, again, the products that we build are compliant with what is happening right now. A large part of what we are doing right now is surrounding AI and the work that AI has to do. That's why Microsoft has partnered with companies like OpenAI and ChatGPT to create or to ride the wave so that developers are using the latest and cutting-edge tech. Other parts, again, we collaborate with the engineering teams. We are very technical. If we go to a developer and they see a problem with something that we have built, we need to be able to communicate that back to the product teams and also help them if they don't have the bandwidth to finalize those products. Like I mentioned earlier on, we are improving the documents that you see online that highlight the various APIs and languages that we do, writing training material, creating full-day workshops that teach people about a specific concept that is maybe not as known in the larger developer world. And one that I just want to quickly highlight is being customer zero. We are the first testers of anything that comes out of Microsoft before it gets to you guys, the people who are using the products. So we make sure that these things work properly, and we have the technical know-how to give the appropriate feedback to improve that product. So that's a lot of what we do, or what most advocates do. And again, a typical day just sort of summarizes a bunch of what we are doing there. So you can call us content creators, if that makes sense, with the YouTube videos or the workshops that we make, the live streams and all of that. We are part of that team, but we also use the feedback to refine the product, making the product better based on the developer feedback. And again, that feedback doesn't come if we are not engaging with these devs, going to these different countries, cities, meeting with them, discussing their specific use case, and making sure that we are informed, we are the experts, that we are able to fix whatever issue that they're having. And with that, we need to be able to constantly learn. Technology moves at a rapid pace. We need to be on top of that. We need to make sure when devs come to us, we are the first line and we know exactly what we're doing so that we can help them move forward with their tech. So just a few final thoughts. If you think of a software engineer, they are the ones who own, improve, build the actual product, while a cloud advocate does that, and we make sure that our developers are successful with that product. So if you want to know more about the cloud advocate role, I do have a QR code along with a link. That link will take you to a bunch of other links where you can meet other Microsoft Cloud advocates and read blog posts and find out about this role and how you can become successful in it as well. And with that, I'd like to thank you.